going on, everybody? Hi, baby. So, figured I'd do a live stream today because I was just writing down some of what I had experienced in the warehouse of Happy Cat Sanctuary. Um, I was just jotting down a few things in order to file them with the court documents. Because if you watched my last live stream, you'll know that I am being sued by someone who spearheaded the Happy Cat Sanctuary warehouse recovery process after the fire happened on March 31st, 2025. And here we are over a year later, still going over this stuff, still dealing with this. I left the warehouse June 1st of 2025 after I had been there for approximately 8 weeks. And I was there every day. So I seen and heard a lot. And so yeah, as I'm sitting here snuggling with my kitties, I know you can't see them because I got the camera face the other direction. So a few things that I was jotting down about that will be filed are basically, excuse me, kitty, hold on, one of my cats is standing on my book. Oh, careful, babe. Oh, honey, relax. States who I am. Started the warehouse day. So basically, we were made aware of the fact that the upstate, and we're told not to disclose the information, that the upstate sanctuary was being closed pretty far into the beginning. Hi, Petra. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. So I was just saying about some of the things that went on in the warehouse when I was a volunteer for Happy Cat Sanctuary. And one of the things was that very early on, most of the core people that were in the warehouse knew that upstate wasn't going to happen, and they were closing it down and bringing the cats back down here to Long Island. Yeah, so that was very, very early on. I want to say my first week there, basically. Or weekend, should I say. And then there were quite a few times where I had heard someone state to euthanize the cats, some of the cats that were sick. And I know I did too, Petra. That was the only reason I was there. I love it. Thank you. I was there for the cats. I was not there for any of the melodrama crap. I could have cared less. And now, after I'd left, it unfortunately became a big Facebook, social media ordeal, so to speak. So, yeah, we knew early on that the upstate wasn't going to happen, but yet there was still funding, I believe, being collected for it. Can almost say definitely. Yeah, so there's that, which is what it is, I guess. But anyway, there were also times when I'd heard a certain person state to euthanize the cats. We were in a meeting one day with the veterinarian who was overseeing the cats, and that particular veterinarian stated that these cats were sick. Some had underlying medical conditions, and some pretty serious stuff. Anyway, so while in that meeting, someone turned around, blurted out, "Why don't we just gas them all?" Meaning to basically kill them. I was pretty traumatized over that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, no, that's not. Rescue is you do what you can in order to help that animal. Yeah, Petra, trust me. uh, that's what rescue is about. You do everything and anything in your power to help them and to do anything for them. I mean, that's always been my understanding of what the word rescue means. Anyway, yeah, so that was pretty big for me. Like, it was very heart-wrenching, and I've heard this person say this quite a few times, like during the move from the warehouse to the office space that they had rented for the remaining Happy Cat survivors would then reside at, for temporarily, of course, because they've moved again. But yes, there was some number of cats that were not eating on their own, some of them because they were sick, some of them were being treated for FIP. So yeah, and someone kept saying, those cats are not to come with us to the new office space. No sick cats are allowed to be in the office space. Blah 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 blah. Everything's gonna be brand new in there, and it was just an on and on and on and on and on. It's pretty annoying to hear because it doesn't matter if something's brand new, something's old, or something's used. If it's for rescue, I just can't. I have the hardest time doing that to my animals when they are dying, let alone if they are not, and more than one at one time, too. Oh no, that's heartless. Yeah, it is. That is very heartless, Petra. It is. I can't do it. Same thing. Yeah, I don't even want to think about it. I'm sitting here literally petting one of my older guys. Let's see if you can see him. I have to turn the camera around for a second. Oh, hold on. Oh, my old guys. He's literally sitting with me. So, but yeah. But yeah, so it's been a lot. Like, even as I'm writing this stuff down and I'm going over it and remembering being there in the warehouse as to what I'd witnessed, seen. Thank you. He's my old man. I love him. He's a good guy. He's a feral that came a long way. It took me 4 years to 4.5 years actually to finally be able to pet him. So yeah, he was very feral, this guy, but he's such a mush. He became a big baby. But yeah, so she didn't want the sick cats, or they didn't want the sick cats to come to the warehouse. And it's just, it was a lot, as I'm sitting there remembering, like, I have a video that I had to literally take of a sick cat. And, because nobody was answering the phone, I'm like, I have a 911 emergency. This cat was having a seizure and he was dying in the crate. And he was brought from upstate to back down here. At that time, that's when these, someone had gone up to, they had gone up to take the cats out from upstate and bring them downstate, like, which has already happened. So yeah, and this cat, like, he literally pretty much died in my arms. Is there a way to eat you? I only have a way to reach me, Deborah Smith? What do you mean? But yeah, so that poor cat, he pretty much, like I said, he pretty much died in my arms. When we got him to the vet, I screamed at them to save him, but it was a battle to get that cat to be able to go to a veterinarian, only an emergency veterinarian, only 7 minutes away. When it was a battle, they wanted us to go to a veterinarian that would have taken about a half an hour ride. So it was pretty far away. That cat wouldn't have made it. He didn't make it anyway, but yeah, so some pretty serious shit with that. It's like, part of the SPCA here on Long Island, um, a cat has something going on, you bring them to a vet. If you're a rescue, you're basically told to. I'm thankful he had you caring for him and holding him at the end. Oh, thank you. It traumatized me bad because, like, I came home, I'll never forget, I came home, flew in my house, changed my clothes, took a shower, fed my guys, and literally just sat here hugging them. Like, it traumatized me. Like, I love all animals. Like, I don't discriminate against any. If I could have a dog, I'd have a dog. If I could have, well, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care if it needs help, it needs help. It is what it is. But it is, I don't know. I just, this whole thing is really tough. A lot of it is to sit back and have to remember certain things and what happened, and it was not good. And like I've only known the word rescue to mean you do anything in your power to save them, you know. Not just decide you want to give up on them. I don't know. I did make a pretty big stink about it, so, I went above someone else's head and I could have cared less what anybody had to say. And stated that the sick cats are they coming with us to the new place? And I was told, yes, no killing machines, blah, 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 because I basically begged, please don't let them put the sick cats down. So, yeah. And I have proof of that. I have text messages, screenshots of them. And, yeah, so, very crazy ordeal. They have to deal with that and to be involved in the rescue community for a long time, and it's just crazy. I don't know. Especially here in Suffolk Suffolk on Long Island, the rescue community, they just want to like kill each other. It's crazy. It's like, come on now. That's why I back away a lot. Like, I stick with my guys that I adopted myself because of their situation. Like, I'm not doing the facility thing. Like, I stopped a long time ago because I had an issue with that. I was like, come on, get a life. Like, chill the fuck out. Rescuing animals. All I give a shit about is the animals. I don't give a shit about nothing else. Oh God, I can't. I just get so aggravated. Like, if people who know me know that, like, yeah, that's your typical reaction, right? There should be no drama. Exactly, there shouldn't, Petra. There should be no drama whatsoever. In any freaking, like, yeah, no. Deserve to be remembered, even if it hurts to remember, yeah. One kind of animal person. Me too, I love them all. I'm not just one kind of animal person. Yeah, exactly, Petra. That's basically like, in my head, I always said, that's what a rescuer is. You don't just rescue one particular animal, you rescue whatever. If it comes around, it needs rescue, it needs help, whatever, you do what you gotta do. But yeah, it's a whole big ongoing ordeal. That's just crazy. It feels like it'll never end. But yeah. And then, and I remember two talks in the warehouse from people stating that, things that were being said, they were going to sue this person and that person. Everybody's always constantly threatening to sue people. Like, what the hell is wrong with the world? The world is out of control. Everybody is, and in any aspect, it's seriously disgusting. My nickname in the family is Pettit, so it fits me. I love yeah, I hear you. I love them too. They're great. Pettit, that's funny, yeah. I know, I always, We have actually, well, these don't need rescue, but well, one did this summer actually. I actually for the first time saw someone post something about the Italian wall lizards that have been being spotted here on Long Island. It's pretty cool. I see them by me. I saw one the other day run across my feet. It's actually really cool. But they're harmless. They just eat bugs. Like, I don't see them being harmless, but they are invasive because they're not native to Long Island. But someone did post that I don't think they really knew what it was, but they it got stuck on like sticky trap, like that rat trap, sticky trap stuff. Yeah, they're pretty cool. We have them running around out here. It's basically only on like the south side. I know they started in the city, I believe, um, through animal trade from like back in the 60s, and animal trade by so forth. That's how they got here to New York. And some, of course, got out. People released them, let them go, especially back then. Nobody really knew. You know what I mean? It was just like, oh, well, goodbye. I don't watch it no more. And they're able to survive here. They're able to survive the winter, which is great. And so they are around. But they eat the bugs, so I don't find them to be, harmful. I actually don't mind. Let them eat the bugs. Who cares? Let them eat them. There's too many bugs around anyway. We had those lantern flies up here. It's so annoying. The sad part is they're funny. I'm all for bug eating. Yeah, right. I know, right? Yeah, me too. I'm all for them eating the bugs. Go right ahead. Have fun. And they do come out of brumation at a perfect time. They do come out when the bugs do start to come out also because it's hot. It's starting to get hot and humid. It's the weather here right now. We had some rain. Um, the city's been getting flooded out a lot lately. It's kind of scary. But I was also considering moving to the city. I don't mind living in Brooklyn. I don't mind living out there. But we'll see. But yeah, this whole thing with having to go through all this trauma over Happy Cat really it's driving me crazy. Like, it's just putting me through so many feelings. Every time I remember or I have to discuss it or I get into a conversation with somebody about it, I get pretty upset. Like, I don't want to, it's like I have to remember all this shit. It's crazy. And then when there was multiple issues in there with, you know, certain other cats too. But yeah. So, but yeah, it was, I could sit here and go on about it, but I don't know if I want to put myself through the feelings anymore about it, upset, trauma, basically. So yeah, it was a big nightmare. It's valid. Yeah, it is. But, yeah, so I don't know. Just gonna have to deal with things as they come, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna be starting to do some filing myself, and the feelings that the experience gave you totally valid, and take time to process and understand for it to hurt a little less. Yeah, you're right, Petra. It it really did put me through a lot. Like, I was definitely on the verge of a nervous breakdown, like without a doubt. But yeah, definitely does a lot of emotional damage. But so what's been going on in everybody's neighborhoods these days? My neighborhood's pretty quiet for the most part. Kids are starting to go back to school, so they're getting ready for that. So they're starting to be out less and less. Kind of sucks. Summer's coming to an end so quick. I feel like every year I feel the same way. I feel like it just flies right by. Like, before you know it, it's over. I wanted the best for those cats after such a loss for them. Right, Petra? Yeah, me too. Right, Boo, on the end of the summer, right? I know. Yeah, I did too, and that was the only reason for me being there was to help them. That was all I wanted to do. I didn't, you know what I mean? I cared about those animals. I cared about them like if they were my own. And if I seen something wrong, of course I'm going to make note of it. Like, hello. So all part of being in a shelter-like facility. That's the way it is. You know, you're supposed to notice things as a caretaker. It's all written down in the ASPCA, SPCA, all of it. So, yeah. You know, if you abide by those. But then again, you know what? I'm probably better off not abiding by any laws or any rules. Seems to me like that's the way to go, and you get away with it. Like, what the fuck? Try to follow rules and do the right thing. I end up getting kicked in the ass 9 times out of 10. That's why I like don't do it. I mind my own business. I'm like, I don't even want to be bothered. Now this shit, I was like, my heart was there, and that was all that was there. Aside from me physically being there, like really, literally. I went to a wake for a friend today. Another loss to addiction. My heart gets heavier with each lost family and my friends. Oh, Petra, I'm so sorry. I'm thankful you went live today. We can feels good. Yeah, I hear you. I'm so sorry, Petra. Yeah, that's uh I know. I got a cousin. He's younger than me, not by much, but we pretty much grew up together, and he's in recovery right now. He just picked up 9 months. I'm so glad. Like, he moved. He moved all the way from Florida to upstate New York, where he found a job and a place I guess that's gonna help him. So, but yeah, I hope for nothing but the best for him, but because he really got into some trouble. But he'll be okay. I pray he does too. 9 months for him is pretty much a big milestone. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying anything bad about him. It's my cousin and I love him to death. But you know, I think he gets it. I hope he does. 9 months is huge. Yes, no, it is also very tough. It's 9 months. 9 months is tough. Tough to get and tough to keep. Put it that way. 10 months is even harder. You know, just you gotta go with it. That's it. Nothing more you can do. You just, you know, you're going uphill from there. Keep on going. Fuck it. You know. I don't know why that year got different, but wait a minute. I remember reaching 6 months that year. Made me want to relapse, but thank God I didn't. Yes, thank God you didn't. No, yeah, that's a milestone too. 6 months is hard too. A lot, even what's worse is the first day is the hardest. You know, It isn't easy. Even at 13 years, it's not easy. You know what I mean? It's not. None of it is. But, yeah. I don't know why that year got different, but I warn everyone. I warn everyone getting sober to fight it. Hit not got. Right? That first day was snappy. Right, Petra? Oh, yeah. Everybody remembers the first day walking into a meeting. It's like, oh, okay, I'm here. And then you hear people, if you go to a really good meeting, like you'll hear people talk and they know you're new. Or you just walked in that door and you're definitely new. 'Cause you didn't want to talk to nobody outside. You just ran inside and sat at the meeting. Like I've done that before, and yeah, people notice. And then they start telling you this is the hardest day. Blah, blah, blah. So yeah. I used to enjoy it. They have a cool thing now called, it's an app on your phone. It's called In the Rooms. And they have live meetings like kind of like a Zoom meeting. It's pretty cool. They started doing it a lot during COVID. They started it, and then it became now it's an app, and you can go into any type of a meeting, and you can see people like you can see people. You can go on camera if you want to. If you want to go up and you can go up and speak. It's pretty cool. I was like, oh, this is neat. All you gotta do is sit on your couch, and you can go to a meeting right on your own couch. Like if you like to do it that way, you don't like being in a crowd of people. Some people don't. Some people don't like being around a lot of people. Some people like being alone. Oh yeah, Newbie, I love that, right? Yeah, it's pretty cool. In the Rooms is a pretty cool app. You find all types of meetings too, like pain management meetings, HA. It was really good. I'm like, oh, this thing is cool. But yeah. And there are some people that can do it without being in meetings, you know what I mean? Some people don't like to be in a room full of people. Be surrounded. Or they don't want to leave their kids alone with a set of, so that would be, yes, exactly. Some people don't want to leave their kids home. I don't blame you. No one wants to, and meetings sometimes can go 2 hours. I've been in meetings where actually they went till after the meeting, an hour and a half to going to eat. We went to the diner afterwards, which is always nice. Once in a while, I get to go to the diner. Or they don't. Yeah, I wouldn't want to leave my kids with a sitter either. Yeah, that's a good reason to do them. It's really cool. I know it's on the, you can find it on Apple, the In the Rooms app. I can just sign up for it and then get notifications and everything else if you want. It's really cool. I enjoy it. But yeah. And those, like I said, meetings can go on for a while. But yeah, I always enjoyed certain types of meetings. I ain't gonna lie, I liked small meetings. And I did actually get more from AA than I did from NA. I found like the physical rooms. I'm going back before I ever found the app. I'm going back to when I was in the, literally going into these meetings. So, but yeah, it's, I got more out of AA than I did NA because, there's just a smaller crowd of people. Some of them a bunch of old people. So, some of them didn't like the fact that you were in there. They figured you needed to be in an NA meeting. But, in the beginning of what they say in the rooms is discrimination. You don't discriminate. They consider alcohol a drug. So why not? For PTSD. Yeah, I agree, Petro. I agree. That would be great to have meetings. Yeah, like a Zoom meeting. But yeah, very interesting. But yeah, I do enjoy them though. Like I said, I I did get it more though. It was again, but with these meetings on the app, it's not like that because you don't see. I guess it's because you don't physically see the people there. Your physical surroundings are your own home or wherever you're comfortable being to sit through a Zoom meeting. You know what I mean? But so how's the weather out by you, Petra? It's still pretty hot here. It's 80s today, but we're getting a lot of rain lately. Hot today, but beautiful. Nice. Yeah, it's hot but cloudy here. It's cloudy right now because I thought it was supposed to rain already, but maybe not until later. We had rain last night and the night before. During the day, we had rain yesterday. Yes, we got a decent amount of rain. I should get the younger two outside. Yeah, it's nice out. Yeah, I'm tired of the heat already, but not really. But it looks like it's gonna start raining. I don't want to get caught out in the rain. But I'm gonna go to one of the lakes over by me once the kids go back to school, and I know they're not down there fishing. So no rain here, but it looked like it wanted to. Oh, really? Yeah, I think actually that's what's happening today. But like I said, we did get rain for the past last night and during the day yesterday. Like in the evening yesterday, got a decent amount of rain, some thunder. It was cool. Yeah, yeah, to be a little quieter. Once the kids go, they go down there fishing during the summer. That's why I don't go down there around this time of year. Let them go down there and fish and have fun. You know. And once they go start, because that actually they're probably getting bored of it now, so they're probably done. But you always get that one little straggler on the lake fishing, but whatever keeps them busy. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Petra, let them have their fun. I'm good. Like I said, I will go for the most part once school's in and the winter starts. They're really not down by the water anyway, too much. Or by the one couple of the particular lakes that I go to. They're usually not down there anyway because it's starting to get, they're starting to get busy with school and whatever. So, but, yeah, so that's that. But, so, yeah, this whole thing has just gotten me to the point where I'm like, I'm like, whatever, what the fuck else? Like, kidding me? This whole thing is crazy. Yeah, it's about to get busy here too with the high schooler and oh wow, high school in third grade. Yeah, you gotta go. Wow. Yeah, those are big grades. Yeah, high school too. My school I was pretty well. I actually walked to school all the time by myself with some friends. Isaiah is considering another year of college. Oh really? Oh good, good. What's his major? You don't mind me asking? What? Business? Oh, okay. Good for him. Awesome. Awesome. That's always a good one, yeah. I was gonna take some courses in how is it for animal care, animal behavior and care. Fingers crossed he continues, but I should put whatever he does. Okay, yeah, definitely I will. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, whatever he wants to do, it's his life, right? Yeah. But I hear you, definitely. That's awesome. I know you support your kids. I already know that. I don't have to question that. You'd be good at the career. Thank you. Yeah. So, My little foster boy's doing pretty good. He's snoozing right now. I don't want to bother him. He was running around. So he's tired now. He's still young. But he has 3 years left. Oh, okay. That's not bad. He's young, so yeah, okay. 3 years left. Good for him. And then he's going to pursue a career. There you go. Too bad you can't do your own cat shelter. I knew what you meant. Car. Yeah, I would love to, Petra. I really would. I would love to have my own thing and fucking. Yeah, it didn't screw that up though. But yeah, I wish I had my own rescue. I really do. Seriously, it would just make things a lot easier. Do what I need to do, you know. But it gets very costly. I watch people spending a lot of their own money, like, you know. I don't know, it's not cheap. You know, as a rescue, you gotta kind of rely on donations, and if that's all that you're doing, you know. It's very expensive, I know. But yeah, the weather now, it's like, right now, this is the time of year where I like to start going out more because it's starting to get during the day. Well, today's like 82 actually. It is pretty humid, but that's because we got rain. Within the next couple days, it looked like the weather was going to go down a little bit. Those are like when I like to be out doing things. That's why I don't have a rescue. But first million I make on it. Yeah, I hear you. I've always said that, like, if I ever were to... I never play lottery. I'm not going to lie. I'm probably, like, the only New Yorker that doesn't play the lottery. And, like, literally can count on one finger how many lottery tickets I've bought in my life and have fingers left over. So that ought to tell you right there. I don't play the lottery. But, yeah, I would. I've thought about it. I said, man, if I played and I ever won, that's what I would definitely do. I would definitely get a, I don't play, I hear ya. I don't play it either. I know people that's like the first thing they do when they got $1 in their pocket. They're going to play the lottery or buying a scratch-off. But yeah, I'm not big in it. I'm not going to lie. I did buy a scratch-off one time, and I did win $100. It was one of those ones, I think it was like $5 or something like that, and you had to like, it was like a word search type thing, and I had 3 tickets, so. But yeah. Are you outside? Because I still see your living room. No, I'm inside. I'm sorry, I was reading a text. Oops, I'm going a phone call. Bye. Okay, Petra. Yeah, I'm going to end this anyway because I have to make a couple phone calls myself. But I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks for coming in, and I'll see you soon.